Adam is in the kitchen with me today from Wine Selectors, which means today is obviously going to be a good day.
It is. I can feel it. What have you got here?
I've got some gorgeous mussels from Port Arlington, so local mussels straight out the ocean. You can almost smell the ocean coming off them.
You can,
which is absolutely gorgeous. And you've got some little treats over there in the ice bucket for us.
I do actually. I noticed that there's not a lot of ingredients here, so you're doing a very simple dish.
Yep.
I've got two wines that I've bought. One from the Hunter Valley.
Beautiful.
So I've got some Semillon.
Yep.
And I've got a Riesling from the Limestone coast in South Australia. You were talking French and you were talking mussels. The classic variety that they pair with is Muscadet, which we don't get a lot of that here in Australia. So I've gone similar style, which is light, fresh, mineral, crisp. This is fast food, yeah?
Very, very fast and healthy, which is awesome. So it's,
cool.
Like we're saying, you know, a classic French style dish, mussels in white wine. Every country's got their own version of how to cook a mussel in some sort of a broth or tomato base. So this is very simple. Shallots, garlic, some butter, of course, because we're going to France. Parsley, white wine. So I'll pinch a white wine at some stage. And then just a little bit of flour to basically create that nice roux, which will create a really beautiful, thick, glossy sauce.
Right, okay.
And of course some bread as well to serve with it. You know,
mop up those juices.
Absolutely. With anything, you know, like mussels, clams, any seafood that's in a broth, you just need some bread to dip it in because there's no point of wasting all that flavour.
Sure. Now tell me, mussels, there's different varieties? Are we talking species? Is that the word?
Yeah, there's different species, and obviously you can find them in many parts across Australia. So
not all mussels are the same?
No.
That's what you're saying?
You know, it's like saying, you know, not all onions taste the same, not all herbs taste the same. So, and it's an excellent question. So these are from Port Arlington, down in the Bellarine Peninsula here.
Yes.
And they're a little bit smaller and really sweet.
Okay.
Which is beautiful. So, you know,
perfect.
You're working for your meal in them.
Small and sweet, I like it.
Which is gorgeous.
Well, what I've got is, I noted before, I've got Semillon from the Hunter Valley, which that style of wine is one of Australia's gift to the wine world. We don't have a lot of styles of wine in Australia that nowhere else in the world can replicate, but Hunter Valley Semillon is certainly one of those. Think of all the citrus fruits you can imagine rolled into one, and that energy and brightness that you get with fresh citrus. That's what Semillon's all about.
Beautiful.
And then the Riesling I've got, again, citrus driven, more limes than lemons, but you've got that freshness, you've got that purity, and to me, that's going to work well with your very small and sweet mussels that we've got in front too.
And it's from my home state, so
exactly.
I'm not arguing. Tell me about the different wineries and families that you work with across Australia and how you actually get to obviously select the wines that are part of the portfolio.
Sure. We work directly with family-owned producers, grape growers, winemakers, wineries. It's our preference to tell their story and their provenance. We think their story's more interesting, and it really is the heart and soul of what's happening in Australian wine. So we're very reflective of that, and we work directly with them all over Australia. So the one great thing about Wine Selectors is that all the wines, they are tasted by a group of wine professionals before they're then selected and given the tick of approval.
So you know you're getting the good stuff.
Absolutely.
Love it.
And all the wines are tasted blind. We don't know anything about the wine except what the variety is and what the vintage is. And so all the assessments made on that quality without any bias. We're just making sure that it ticks that quality box, and so you can be guaranteed when your box arrives at your doorstep that you're getting top quality wine.
That's pretty impressive.
So it's like having you knowing that they're the best types of mussels to use for this dish. We pride ourselves on being the experts in picking the best wines that will not only suit occasions, but, you know, different dishes and tastes and whatnot. So a lot goes into it.
Just so you're up to date with what I'm doing in here, so I've got onions, so my shallots, garlic. I've just added some parsley stalks as well, just for a bit of extra flavour. And the butter, you can smell how gorgeous that is already, but I just want all the onion and garlic to basically just soften really, really nicely. I don't want to get too much colour on it. Add a bit of pepper, and then I'm going to go in with the flour and then the white wine. And basically what I'm doing with the flour is creating a nice thick base sauce. So it's basically, you know, when you're like creating a bechamel, like a thick cheese sauce, pastries as well, you're basically just adding an extra layer that helps to create a beautiful emulsified thick sauce.
Okay.
And you know, it's just got a bit of body to it, and it's not like a broth. So you just need to make sure you're gonna cook off the flour, so we're gonna get any raw flour, and then we'll go in with some beautiful Riesling.
Perfect.
All right, so good amount of Riesling, because this is obviously the base of our sauce, and then we're gonna go straight in with our mussels, pop a lid on, and then let them steam until they open.
I think I could do this recipe.
It's very easy, I
in the
promise.
kitchen, but I think I could do it.
Well, Adam, I reckon we should try these wines, let the mussels do their thing.
Absolutely.
Come back in a few minutes.
Sounds great. I was just looking up how to pronounce this in French, and I'm not even going to try it on camera.
I'm not even going to try. I could do it in Italian, but I'm just not even going to pronounce it in French.
No.
My French is atrocious.
Exactly.
Even though I studied it in high school.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
There you go.
3 years, actually.
Yeah, well, I'm not even going to... My accent's not meant to do the French accent. But that smells amazing.
This does smell amazing. And you see how that sauce is just thickened and it's super creamy and absolutely gorgeous. All those mussels are opening up. Now, rule of thumb, if a mussel doesn't open, it means that it should not be eaten.
Bin it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just for safety. So
plain roulette otherwise, are you?
Yeah, exactly. Well, basically all the mussels, and it's the same with pippies, you buy them live.
Yeah, okay.
They're still cryovac and they're still live.
Yep.
But as soon as one doesn't open, just like, oh, that one's gonna open. I think we're actually pretty good with all of these.
They look good, hey?
As long as they crack a little bit, then you are good. Actually, there's one. That one hasn't opened, so pop that one in the bin.
Okay, right.
Because there's nothing worse than getting sick over something. But I reckon this is pretty good. Another little tip.
Yes?
Never let them kind of cook too much over once they've opened, because then they start to go rubbery.
Right.
So you want them to be super soft and super creamy and
no one wants a rubbery mussel.
Absolutely not. So this is an absolute feast. A bit of fresh parsley.
That smell of the sea you had before we cooked them was kind of like permeating across the kitchen, but now you can just smell it even more.
Oh, you can. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Right.
Adam, dig in, tear some bread, grab a mussel. You can even use the mussel shell as like a little spoon to get some of that broth into it.
Oh,
get a little spoon.
That is
just
good.
Just to try that broth.
That is good.
Good. Classic, simple flavours, wild, all ingredients you can purchase from the markets.
Oh, and you've done that in 5 minutes.
So simple.
So easy, so simple. And I think with these nervy, fresh, vibrant white wines, that is a lunch, a dinner, you're on to a winner. Thank you.
No, thank you. I don't know which one's my favourite. I love a Riesling, and you know I'm always going to go South Australian with this one. But I think...
That Semillon's very good.
I was going to say, I think the Semillon might just outrank it.
Now, Laura, we're going to muse over these two wines. It's hard to pick a favourite.
It is.
And look, if you can't, the easiest way is to go on wineselectors.com.au.
Love it.
And let us to decide for you, deliver it straight to your door, and you get the best of both. It's the easiest way.
It is. Sounds too good. Cheers.